in the chats? You been in the comment section? Listen, if you ain't tapping, you napping. I'm just gonna say, Stephanie, I hope, I hope, I hope and I pray you want to be ballsy enough to show your ass up back in a box. Everything, like I said earlier, everything that you cried about, everything that you accused other people of doing to you, you were doing it to other people. And you'd been doing it to other people for a long, long time. You know, I actually went and watched some video clips of you, of people exposing you. And you remember how you'd sit up in that box and you'd whine and you'd cry and you'd say, that's a lie, that's not true, that's a lie. Remember how you said that, you know, that wasn't no fake warrant, you know, that it was a stamp, that the judge had stamped it, and all that shit. And you were never going to be that stupid. You would never be so stupid to do something like that because you know you would get in trouble, or if it was against the law. And you did it. And you got caught doing it. And you got caught doing it in 4K. But y'all need to stop running to other content creators and having them fight your little battles for you. Going live and talking about things and all this other stuff. Why don't y'all do it on your own? You're so tough. You're so tough. You gotta reach out to the same very people that you talk shit on, Stephanie, because you talk so much shit. And I don't quite understand why you're over there kikiing it up with Megan and latching on to Megan when you said some of the most foul, fucked up shit about her. And now you're running to the same very people that you were running your mouth about, that you were doing some grimy, shady shit to. Well, you were doing some grimy, shady shit to me as well. But nothing ever ceases to amaze me, the amount of pussy ass bitches on this fucking app. You ain't got shit, Stephanie. You ain't got shit. Bitch, you a bored housewife. You a bored housewife, bitch. You'd sit in that little recliner, or you'd sit in your little chair and you'd sit there and you'd talk you'd talk your smack and you'd run your mouth and you'd tell everybody that this was going to happen and that was going to happen, and all of that shit was a lie. All of it. Shit, you ain't got nowhere to go, do you? Huh? You can't go sit with some other people because, oh, I know, right? Cat. Oh, shit. Some of you motherfuckers go and do all this shady shit and do all this grimy shit behind the scenes. Stephanie, you a joke, bitch. Sometimes, you know what, like I said, with people like Stephanie, like she the mask eventually falls off, right? The mask will fall off, and you will see who she truly is. But I tell you what I'm not is I'm not some little mousy ass bitch that sits in a corner and sucks her thumb and allows people to walk all over her. And I'm also, I think a lot clearer. I I'm more observant. I definitely notice how people move, how people, switch up. And as if you've been on TikTok, you will know and you will understand. It's probably worse than the soap opera As the World Turns. As I sit here and watch so many of y'all spend every waking moment that you have on this app so wrapped up in so much bullshit. The hypocrites, you know, y'all act like y'all stand for something one moment, and then the next moment you switch up because it's not really fitting your it's not fitting your vibe right now, you know. Andy, can you do me a solid? Can you do me an absolute fucking solid? Cat, the same thing with you. Any account that you see in here that you normally do not see, get them the fuck out of here. Okay? You hear me? Cat, same thing with you. You see an account. Same thing with you, Paroli. Y'all have fucking fun at the door. Okay? I'm going to go through my motherfucking following list. Okay? And same thing with you, Luke. Certain Spurs, whatever. Mama Spurs, who the fuck are you? Don't know who you are. Never seen you around. Who are you? Do I know you? Hi, Sarah. And oh, were you in a couple of nights ago? All right, okay. Well, if you're gonna be if you're gonna be whatever, a regular. Well, I'll just say this. I'm just gonna say this that if you view my profile, and I have never seen you around before, or anything else like that, uh, dude, you're getting the boot, man. I don't care. You come in here with 20 followers, 36 following. You come in here with, a low following account. I don't care. I don't care. I've seen you around. Just Joni. I mean, I've got eyes and ears. Because there's people that watch TikTok, they're online more than me, or whatever. But I'm just going to say that any accounts that you see, and that they sit with certain people, and you know what, I'm not trying to be that bitch, and I'm not going to try to tell you you can't sit with them and that. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're sitting with some shitty ass people, if you're sitting with some shitty ass people, and you know who I'm talking about, y'all can get them the fuck out of here. It has taken every ounce of me. It has taken every ounce of me not to just truly say what I want to say and not even worried about getting fucking canceled. You know? Cuz here's the beauty of TikTok. What are you going to do? Huh? Somebody don't like something that you say, they're going to go live and they're going to go all talk about it and discuss it like they're, you know, they all sit up on a higher moral compass. And the gall, how could anybody ever say that? But Stephanie, you're a disgusting human being. And you're weird. You're a weird bitch. The fact that you would make accounts pretending to be somebody else and then it was you the whole time. Stephanie, are you reporting me? Are you reporting my live? Are you window licking? Are you window watching? I'm just telling y'all, be careful. Be careful who you befriend on this internet. Also, if you've been around me long enough to know, nobody will ever tell me what I can and cannot do. No one will ever tell me what I can and cannot say or what I can and cannot speak on. But some of y'all truly need to learn when to take a back seat. And some of y'all need to understand that if you aren't involved in something and it does not pertain to you, it's sometimes okay to sit down and shut the fuck up. Until you experience someone like Stephanie, leather and lace, you will never ever truly understand. Like that woman is, she is not mentally okay. And if you ever want to know, thank you, Nana. If you ever want to know how manipulative she is, when she's trying to swoon you, when she's trying to swindle you, she'll talk all sweet. And then she'll say, I'm sorry and I apologize. I never should have said those things about you. And, I was just, in a bad place in my time and in my life. And, and I had all those other people around me. Yeah, I agree, Proly. I'm telling y'all. I mean, that's when she did that little phone dump, right? Because what she thought when she did that phone dump, she thought that she's going to have everybody get on her side. And she thought she was going to have everybody support her. And she was going to be so big and bad. And she was going to out bougie. And, she was going to do the right thing. The right thing. But you don't threaten nobody, do you? Do you, Stephanie? You don't make threats, do you? And I wonder, I wonder if your husband even knows half of the shit that you've done to people on this app. Half of the shit that you have even dragged him into. And then turn around and cried and acted like the victim when you've been a whole ass straight up vile demon on the internet. Like, I'll never really truly understand how vindictive you are. The vindictiveness of uh, it's gross. So as long as I'm on this app, Stephanie, I'm always going to remind people who you are. And I'm going to remind people what you've done to me and what you've done to my friends. And all the innocent people that you've dragged into your shit too. I'm not going to sit here and bite my tongue. I'm not. I'm not going to bite my tongue. I'm not going to stay quiet. You know, you've had to stay quiet because of your court shit, Stephanie. That's why you've had to stay quiet. That's why you haven't been able to create a ruckus or be all loud and shit. But see, now you're trying to swindle your back way. You're trying to swindle your way back to get some sympathy, to get people to be on your side because you want people to believe you. But that's the crazy part is all you bitches out here that want to tell your truth, that want to speak your truth, you can't ever do it on your own fucking platform. No, 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 no. You got to reach out to other people. You got to use their platform. You got to sprinkle in just enough, a little bit of truth to try to make people believe all the other fucking lies that you tell. Oh, well, you've got, well, I'll just show you, Queen Witch. So let me go to it here. This was sent to me today, this morning. And this was about 7 o'clock this morning. And Tabby, I just want to say that any names that you normally don't see on here or whatever, they can go. But yeah, this is basically somebody reaching out to me, letting me know that Stephanie was the one behind the accounts, sending me messages, basically telling me to off myself. It's really crazy though, people that come out of the woodwork when they see certain people being spoke on or uh, don't know why you're in here because you have talked mad shit about me. So let's just get you out of here, okay? Perfect. Appreciate that, Kat. You got a hold of it before I did. But I will say this, sometimes those people that are sitting in your face and laughing with you and joking with you, or they're crying with you, y'all remember that documentary where that mama, where her daughter was being harassed and her daughter was basically like wanting to off herself because she was receiving all these horrible messages, and come to find out it was her mama that was the one doing it. Stephanie's that type of person. That's the type of shit Stephanie would do. Like, Stephanie's the type of person that she will sit there and pretend to be your friend, and then she will, behind the scenes, be actually tormenting you and mentally mind fucking you, pretending to be someone else, and then come to find out in the end she was the one doing all of it. That is who Stephanie is. That's who Stephanie is. I'll change it up. I'll be the moon. But I need to. Why is my moon distorted? Is it? I wonder if it's because of the light. I wonder. I wonder if it's because of the blue light that I'm using. Fuck it. We'll go back to the gingerbread because that shit. The moon's taking me out. The moon. But yeah, that's the type of person that Stephanie is. Mm-hmm. And if you come in here and you've talked your shit on me, you've ran your mouth on me, I don't know if you've taken a wrong turn, but you can make a U-turn and get the fuck out of my life. Okay? Because I love to block people. Okay? That's one thing. If you've been around me long enough to know, I'm not dealing with no fake ass people. Exactly. Just Joni. Stephanie is the type of person. She will steal your wallet. She will steal the money from your wallet and then help you try to find it. That's Stephanie. Hmm. That's who she is. And you have shit on every friend. On every friend. And I'm still trying to understand how easy it was for you to just lie, though. But I tell you, I remember when you told everybody that your family member who was a part of the FBI. Remember when you told everybody you were part of the FBI, and then you had told everybody that you had seen Chef Carl's arrest record and picture, and that he was a registered RSO, and you tried to literally spew all that misinformation about Chef Carl, and You were out here telling everybody you were part of the FBI. Yeah, yeah, derailed cat. She was she went around on this internet telling everybody she was the FBI and that she had been deep diving into Chef Carl and said that he was a registered RSO and misspewed all this information and come to find out it was all a lie. She lied to all of her friends and all of her followers and shit. Yeah. But see, this is where a lot of you folks here on the internet, y'all need to actually start doing your own research. Okay? Y'all need to stop just going along with what people tell you and going, "Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that. Oh my gosh, is that true?" Y'all do know that Google's free, right? Y'all know that y'all could look up half the shit on your own, but some of y'all like to just, you know, free follow a lot of these content creators and go on and go along with everything that they're saying and they're doing and not even doing your own research on people. I have a quick question though, Stephanie. You were talking about how Chris's parents had so much money and they could write you and Chris a $100,000 check because they were so rich and they were so loaded. Why were you taken to court just a few months ago and being sued by Midland Credit for over $3,000? Asking for a friend. Because, bitch, you threatened my life. You threatened my life. Queen Witch, I'm after this live, I'll message you. And you also threatened Florida man's life, and you also threatened Bougie's life. You did. Hold on just a second. You threatened my life. And I dare you, Stephanie, I dare you to get in the box and tell somebody that that's not true. Because I'm going to make you look stupid as fuck, bitch. See, we clocked all your lies in 4K. Thank you, Firebird. See, we clocked your lies in 4K, Stephanie. You weren't expecting for some of those recordings to come out, were you? Because all I'm going to tell you right now is everybody, and when I say everybody, everybody's about to see the true Stephanie Byram. I got a quick question though, Stephanie. Did you miss your flight? Did you miss your flight? You know, the flight that you were going to take to come take me out. Did you miss it? Hmm? The PTO that you put in for work, and you were taking some personal time off because you were going to premeditate. Those were that was the word that you used, premeditate. And the word Glock. Glock. Pew pew. That kind of Glock. Is it coming back to you yet? Do you remember what you said? Do you remember what you said in your car? Do you remember what you said in your car? To all those girls in that telegram? You remember that? I mean, we already know that you signed fake warrants and that you're a habitual fucking liar. And you would just lie just about anything to either deflect from the situation or try to, fluff up a situation. Where you at, Stephanie? Where you at, honey? Come on. Go buy a plane ticket. Go do it. Go do it. Go buy a plane ticket. You so big and bad. You so tough. You want to take me out? Make sure you hit me center mass, bitch. Come on. See how tough you are. You know it's crazy? I sent that clip to my boss today. Because since there's the people like OG out here who's giving out my address and shit, and y'all are trying to hunt down my job and stuff, I figured I would let my employer know the type of people that I'm dealing with on the internet. And I will say that my job is very much secure, and they're not worried about me being on social media because I don't speak about my job. I don't talk about my job. Okay. But they also know the type of people that are on the internet. Okay. And my employer has also been advised that if anybody tries to contact or try to get a hold of somebody that the company that I work for or whatever the case may be, any types of phone call trying to pretend to get information on me or to obtain any information on me, you won't receive shit, but you will be reported to the authorities. But Stephanie, just know that my employer has the video of you threatening my life. But here I am, Stephanie. Still got 2 feet and a heartbeat. All that talk of you coming to premeditate schmurder. Can y'all imagine being so mad over TikTok that you were actually contemplating and planning to murder somebody? Who does that? That's Dateline shit. That's 48-hour shit. But would it change your opinion about somebody if a video was played and you saw them threatening somebody's life? Would that change how you view somebody? Would you want to still sit with somebody that is talking about unaliving someone? And I'm not even talking jokingly. I'm talking they're serious. Would you still want to be friends with somebody that's wanting a threat to murder somebody? Would you still want to be friends with somebody like that? Or would y'all just sit around and wait until it happened? There's a lot of crazy people on the internet. And there's a lot of people that they have no regards for other people's well-being, anything. But can you imagine ever getting to the point that you are so bothered by TikTok that you want to unalive somebody? There's a lot of people I don't care for. There's a lot of people that I don't like on here. There's a lot of people I can honestly say if I found out tomorrow that if they were in a head-on collision, I probably wouldn't shed a tear over it. But I tell you, I would never, ever sit with somebody or support anyone who is threatening someone's life because of TikTok beef. Because, you don't realize that sometimes people will match your crazy. And sometimes you may not even realize whose door you're truly knocking on. And sometimes crazy can meet crazier. Y'all do know that, right? But I will say that I'm not going to stay quiet for nobody. I'm not going to bite my tongue for nobody. I would just like to know, where's your limit with people? I know I've reached my limit with people. Some of y'all don't know what the word true friendship is. Some of y'all don't even know what the word loyalty means. Y'all like to that word trust. The word trust comes out way too easily. And y'all like to say, oh, I trust this person or I trust this person. I'm going to tell y'all right now, when it comes to social media and when it comes to TikTok, trust absolutely fucking no one. Because as you all have seen, and as it happens on a daily, people switch up real fast on here. Real fast. And me personally, it's about quality. It's about the quality of people that I surround myself with. Some of you content creators get too caught up in the numbers. You get too caught up in the gift given and getting money on the app. And I get it that this is a place where you can make money, and you can do so by doing good things. But what I'll never understand is people making money or being gifted for being a shit fucking person. Y'all all going back and forth, or, oh, I'm going to dox you, and I'm going to dox you, and I'm going to find out who your baby daddy is. I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to show pictures of your life. I'm going to show pictures of your house. Why do y'all want to support people that do that shit? Why do you want to support people that want to continue to do nasty shit to other people? And then turn around and have the audacity to tell that person that they need to be a better person when they're out here doing fuck shit themselves. And Monster, I've seen you in the chats. Okay? I've seen you in the chats. I've seen you make some comments. I've got some screenshots of your comments that you have put in the comment section. And I will tell you right now, my God is bigger than your jar of eggshells, cat shit, and a feather. Okay? And I don't know how dark you paint your walls, or how much, of your witchcraft shit that you hang up in your house and all these other things, and how you try to come off as some big Billy bad bitch that's going to do anything out here on the internet besides get in a box or go live and scream and argue and fuss and fight. Y'all sit here and y'all blame other people for the shit that you put yourselves into. Hell, what was it? Month and a half ago, Monster? The same very people that you're sitting with right now, kikiing it up right now, you were just beefing with them over a month ago. I think some of y'all forget the shit that y'all have done to other people, or the parts that you played in when a lot of fuck shit was happening. But I will also say that I will never, ever run with the masses. And if you've ever, like I said, you've ever been me around long enough, you ever seen me feel like that I have to be a part of some group? When you had Pastor Petty, and his comment cousins. Do y'all remember when some of y'all women used to sit over there in Pastor Petty's lives, and y'all used to take over his lives, and y'all used to judge and ridicule other people? And dogpile on people on his platform? Because back then, Pastor Petty didn't have control of his platform. He allowed a bunch of majority of YT women to control his platform. And y'all remember how y'all all used to sit over there and kiki it up and joke around, and he would expose things or try to expose things on people, and get people in boxes, and basically y'all would all do like a public humiliation ritual on people on Pastor Petty's live back in the day. But see, y'all didn't know that y'all were sitting with a man that had a criminal past himself. But I tell you, when things went left, things went left. When he didn't agree with some of y'all and he spoke up on some shit, y'all decided to just part ways and leave him and all this other stuff. And then y'all started talking about his past and all that. Oh, but his past didn't matter until you walked away. Until shit hit the fan, then y'all started having a problem with Pastor Petty. See how this big circle jerk works? And then y'all all get band together, and then y'all were all friends, and y'all were all one happy comment cousin group, and y'all were all walking away from Pastor Petty, and y'all were going to start doing your own thing. Look how fast that split up. Look how fast and how abruptly that all came to an end. But I will say that Pastor Petty has turned his whole content around. He has changed his whole vibe. He literally said, "The hell with all you bitches. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna do my own thing." He has. And he's done great at it. I just have one question. Are y'all not tired? Are y'all not tired of the big circle jerk? Are y'all not tired of the back and forth? Do you not realize that some of you content creators, you could put an end to a lot of it if you just put your foot down and put a stop to it and say, you know what, guys, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to do the back and forth anymore. But see, the problem with that is that y'all are so worried about what other people are going to think about your platform if you do switch it up. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to switch up who I surround myself with. That's what I'm going to switch up. If you're a flip-flopper, if you can flip back and forth and you can turn on people on a dime because you're not a free thinker and you can't think for yourself, that tells me all I need to know. That tells me all I need to know. If you're willing to drop a friend to go sit with somebody because they don't like you, and your friend drops you at the dime of a hat because they're worried about what their friend's going to think, they were never your friend. They were just looking for an excuse to walk away in the first place. But I'll say that some of y'all got a lot of your own shit, and you got your own skeletons in your closet. You've got your own front porches that you need to be sweeping and cleaning up. Right, Forever Grateful. Their beef with you is not my beef with you. There's somebody on the internet, they're mad at somebody, they want everybody else to be mad at them. They want to drag everybody else in the bullshit. That's high school behavior. It is. That's high school behavior. But I'll tell you, I hope within the next few years, I hope this app falls off the face of the earth. I do. I really and truly would love nothing more than to see this app just fucking crash. Matter of fact, I think it would be awesome and epic if all cell phones were shut off for 6 months. Can y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine if we had to go back into simpler times where cell phones weren't around, where the internet didn't exist? But I will say that that's why I tell um, a lot of y'all just would not know how to function. You wouldn't. Some of y'all would be, you know, y'all would be like, "Oh my God, how am I going to do it?" I saw. Oh, well, let's get back to this. So there was a girl on the internet the other day. I'm not going to say her name because that'll ruffle some feathers. But she was on live because she had lost electricity because there was a storm, and she was on live crying because she had lost electricity, and her electricity wasn't going to get turned on until about 6 in the evening. And she says, "How am I going to make my baby a bottle?" Well, you fill it up with water, you put the formula in it, you shake it, and you give it to them. That's how you make your baby a bottle. If you got water and you got formula. And then she said, "I don't have nothing to feed my kids. I can't feed my kids because you don't have electricity. You can't feed your kids. You can't get your kids by for the next several hours while they work on getting your electricity on, but instead you're going to get on the internet with your kids screaming in the background, your kids screaming in the car." And then they wanted pizza. And then it went from, "Oh, I have $11. I just need this much amount, and then I can get 2 pizzas." And then it went from 2 pizzas to breadsticks. And then it went from 2 pizzas and breadsticks. Now we got to have soda. That's where we're at in 2026. And it just proves my point how easy it is for people to come here on the internet and to manipulate people. And some of y'all eat that shit up. Y'all don't even do your own research on people. Somebody will get in a box and say something, and hell, y'all all just run with it. Not knowing the after effects of what you're doing to the person that's being lied on. But yeah, I just, like I said the other day, that girl goes, I don't even know how I'm going to make a baby bottle. That's when I knew, like, wow, this is where we're at in 2026. I also want to know how a lot of you women that work during the day and you're at your jobs, but yet you always find time to get in alive or to hold alive and to be everywhere. Some of you women on this app, y'all are like cockroaches. You're box hoppers, you're cockroaches. You're going to this live, you're going to that live, you're here, you're there, you're everywhere, but at work. And I also say this, and I just thought I'd get a, you know, it is July, okay? Thanksgiving is in November. Christmas is December the 25th. It's the dates don't change, okay? Um Here's a good opportunity right now, right, with it being July. Either start taking a little bit of money and setting it to the side, or maybe get yourself a little side hustle so that you can start putting money aside for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I don't care if you have an office job. When you're at your job, you're getting paid to do your job. Also, I mean, I am just going to say it is July, okay? And I've seen a lot of you women on this app that have been judging other people for money and about money. I've seen some of you people also try to drag people because they've asked for money. And then you've turned back around and you needed help. So I just better not see some of you same individuals when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas. Don't be going into content creators live boo-hooing and crying because you ain't got nothing to give or eat. It's July. So Thanksgiving's in November. So you got July, August, September, October, and then still the half of November. So you got about close to 4.5 months to save enough turkey money for some turkey and maybe a pumpkin pie. You said you'll have your grandson Thanksgiving and Christmas due September 26th. That's awesome. Forever grateful. I bet you're excited. That is something to be truly excited about. But I also want to say, while some of you women sit on this app and judge other people and, all those other things that you do on this app, and y'all like to commentate and stuff like that. I would love for some of you women on this app to do a house tour. I would like to see some of you women on this app show me the type of conditions that you live in as you sit here on the internet judging other people. I would like for y'all to start doing home tours. I'm not talking about getting it all nice. Because, see, I could turn my camera on right now and I wouldn't have to worry about it because I keep my house clean. Right? I keep it tidy, keep it nice. But I would like to see some of the living conditions that some of you people on this app who talk high and mighty and you think you're better than anyone else and everyone else. Turn off your green screen. Well, that's good. You can get to see them whenever you want. Forever grateful. I think instead of some of y'all sitting here running your mouths about people, what they have or they don't have, why don't you show what you got first? Right? Why don't y'all start turning on your cameras and why don't y'all start filming your real life? Walking like you're walking in the door. Some of y'all don't even have your own lives together. Y'all don't even have jobs. You don't work. You're in debt. You don't even know how you're going to get to, you can't even, you're on a quarter of a tank. But I guess, right, Forever Grateful, you can be whatever you want to be on TikTok. Can't you? You can sit here and show your nice house and your nice little car and all your little trinkets and shit. But are you ever going to show your bankruptcies? Are you going to show the fact that your credit cards are in collections? You're being sued by companies because you owe them a boat ton of money? Some of y'all live some fake ass pretentious lives here on this internet. And you got believe because what? You can fix your hair, do your nails, sit in the same little corner every night and have people believing that you're on the up and up in life as you sit and y'all judge other people. Say you're an NP, but you're really a janitor. Not that there's nothing wrong with being a janitor. You can be a janitor if you take pride in what you do and that's what you want to do in your life, that's fine. But the fact that y'all like to just, y'all want to fabricate so much of your fucking life because you want people to perceive you a certain type of fucking way. And some of y'all just eat that shit up. And I saw a live on TikTok the other day where this guy and this girl were showing, in this neighborhood and that they lived at this house and all this other stuff. And, they had bought this house and hold on. I gotta sneeze. They had bought this house and they lived in this really nice, fancy neighborhood. Come to find out, they were homeless. And they were trying to tell their followers that they need money, that they were going to do renovations and stuff and all this stuff. And if anybody wanted to donate to do, renovations, but they lived in this real fancy, nice neighborhood, well, come to find out they were homeless. And they were out here swindling their whole followers. They looked like they were dressed to the nines and looked like that they were living this high lifestyle and shit. Come to find out they're homeless. You can be, like I said, you can be anybody you want to be on the internet. And some of y'all eat this shit up. That's just like Stephanie. Stephanie, she lived in a small town. She knows the judge. She knows the sheriff. They know her like family. And they loved her so much that they were going to scrub the internet for her. And that nobody was going to be able to even look her up or nothing because they were going to protect her. How'd that work out for you, Stephanie? Because you did, in fact, make the news article. But like I said, y'all like to go, and y'all know, and here's the sad thing. Do y'all know that some of these people that are throwing y'all these gifts? Oh, and by the way, that one chick that was on the live crying about no electricity, there was a lady in the section that said, I just sent you $10. I have $50 to last me until my next paycheck, but I should be okay. Do y'all know that there's some people out here that are throwing gifts and they don't even have food in their fridge, but they want to impress these content creators so much that they'll go and they'll max out their cards or they'll use the last bit of their money because they want to try to fit in so bad? You got people out here pretending like they got the nicest of everything, and in the background, they're getting sued because they owe all these people money. But they have you out here believing that their pockets are full. Because see, here's the thing. When you're truly financially blessed and you truly have good wealth, you don't exploit it. You don't exploit your wealth. You don't flash your cash. When you're truly a wealthy person doing well in life, you're not out here exploiting it. Like Forever Grateful, just like you said. There's a woman that was sending 5 lines a day, maxing out her credit cards to strangers on the fucking internet. All because she wants to impress them. That's crazy. And like I said, there's a lot of people here on the internet that are willing to say anything, or they're willing to make up a bunch of lies to have you think that that's the life that they're living, when in all actuality they're not. I mean, okay. Do y'all remember when T and Dora were going live, and T had sometimes 200, 300, 400 people in her live? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when everybody used to go over and T's live and they wanted to listen to Dora and her, and everybody else was over there kikiing it up and having a good old grand time, and everybody was going against each other and all that stuff? Do y'all remember that? We got to go down memory lane here because there's a point to it. Do y'all remember that? When T had a really large platform? And here y'all were supporting T, right? Right? And even that's when Florida Man was over there at one point in time. How did that work out for her when the truth was when the truth was told? When it came out that her husband was arrested because he kidnapped a minor and attempted to grape her? Y'all remember when that all came out? Y'all were sitting with a woman and y'all were supporting a woman who was married to a man with a horrific criminal background record. And she was making bukus of money. She was getting bukus of gifts. Some of y'all just thought T was just the best thing since sliced bread. Y'all were up in her boxes every day, up in her lives every day, just having a grand old time. And then shit hitteth the fan, right? Shit hit the fan, and it was then exposed that her husband had done 9 years in prison. And y'all were only eating all that shit up because T was allowing the drama and the fighting. But it wasn't until y'all found out who T married. And and her husband was in the background talking shit and spewing shit and all this other stuff. But y'all literally sat and supported a woman, and y'all thought y'all knew her. Y'all thought y'all knew her. And y'all didn't know shit about her. But by God, as soon as y'all found out, poof, gone, like the wind. So you got to ask yourself this question. Is the person that you're adoring, is the person the content creator that you're supporting and all this other shit, do you truly know them? Is there certain things that they're hiding from people that they don't want people to find out? Because I'll tell you, T is a prime example. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust anyone. She wasn't transparent. She didn't come on this app. She didn't tell her husband's story. She didn't, give her life story. None of that came out till it was exposed. But sometimes you got to ask yourself, that content creator that you're following, are they who they truly say they are? Are they truly on the up and up? And I'm just saying that there's a lot of people where their skeletons haven't been brought out yet. But eventually the mask falls and eventually things are exposed. What I've just learned from all of this and all of this fuck shit and all of this stuff that has happened and the past couple of years and all of it, I've realized when I turn off my phone, hold on just a second. I had to double check somebody there for a minute. You can be anybody you want to be on the internet until people truly find out who you truly are. And there's a man on the internet that has over 1.2 million something followers. And it just came out in his past that him and a group of other men went to some type of party, and there was a bunch of 15-year-old girls at that said party, and they decided to rug them up and give them alcohol, and then they passed those girls around and did horrific things to them, and they were charged. And this man is out here on the internet with 1.2 million followers, and it just came out about his past, about what he did. And the man has made thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the right person saw that person on live and exposed it and said, "Are y'all aware that this content creator has grape charges?" And now his platform's going to shit. As it should. But we got people over here on this side of TikTok. Y'all are getting mad, and y'all are getting upset with each other because y'all have some falling out with some friend groups and shit. And so then you want to go ahead and turn on your friend, and then you want to go sit with the ops. And you want to do foul, fucked up shit with your ops now to try to get back at the other people that you're having issues with. But see, here's the beauty of my thing. I don't rely on TikTok for money. I have never used TikTok for an additional income. Anytime that I do receive a gift or I do anything, I always recycle. But I tell you, once you encounter somebody like Stephanie, and the mask starts slipping, and the mask falls off, and we all saw Stephanie for who she really fucking was. And Stephanie is a terrible fucking person. I don't know what has happened in her life. I don't know what is so deeply rooted that has damaged her as a person in her life. But who she is today and how she treats people and how she acts, it's because she's never, ever gotten the help that she has needed. So she has chosen to be a vile, vindictive, evil human being on social media. And I never, ever want to have to experience somebody like Stephanie again. And that's why I'm putting up my walls. That's why I'm putting up my walls. I don't, like I said, y'all want to come into my lives and shit? Who the fuck are you? You're a troll account. Get the fuck out of here. How about that? Boom and boom. Love that. Anybody in here with a number account or a low following, get them out. I got my walls up. I got my walls up. I'm sure they are. I'm sure someone's streaming. I even bet old Leatherface, she's probably watching on a sneaky account right now. She's probably window licking. Nope. Listen. Yes, forever grateful. Please go check. I would truly appreciate that. What I've also learned here on this app is sometimes when you starve somebody, when you starve somebody of the attention that they're so desperately seeking, keep starving them. Starve them. Hey, is she forever grateful? Is that person? You can just type yes in the chat. Okay. Beautiful. See, you know the beauty about the internet is when you don't pay it no mind, it's out of sight and out of mind. And you have those people blocked and you don't see those people, they don't exist. You're nothing more than a fart in the wind to me. Because when I log off of this phone and I end this live, I'm going to carry on about my business. I don't think about none of y'all on this app. I just want y'all to know I don't. I'm not going to pretend like I care about people that mean nothing to me in my real life. Hold on. But if I'm living rent free in your head and you think about me every day and you can't get on throughout your day because you are so hyper focused on me, you live a sad life. It just shows that you have nothing good going on in your life. If you are constantly harassing and bullying the same person every single day and you make it a mission to do that, you have nothing going on in your life. Nothing. I tell you what, I had the best afternoon. I had the best afternoon. I had today off tonight, because I work nights. And Mike got off work and we had sushi and we hung out, and then I gave him a haircut and we just spent just quality time, just hanging out, enjoying each other's company. Didn't turn on our phone, didn't look at our phone, nothing. We just hung out, just living life. And some of y'all spend your every waking moment wondering when you're going to go live next so you can trash and bash a person because you feel so fucking shitty about your own life that the reason why you continue to do what you do is because you're projecting. You're projecting. And see, that's the beauty of it. Also, Tabby, if you could go into the comment settings, I want you to make sure that you can't even type the word Dana, any shape or form. Because see, with me, we're just gonna clear out your name. We'll just clear it out. It won't exist in my comment section. It will not exist in my chat. It will not exist in my boxes. I love working overnights. I love nights. I prefer working nights. And I will also say that I love it when I go live and I hardly have anybody except my few regular people in here. I'm telling y'all, I would rather take 8 quality people any day of the week. Because I don't live for TikTok and I don't depend on TikTok to pay my bills. And I don't depend on live streaming other people so that we can mock and make fun of them. And if you're going to be a hateful, mean person on the internet, could you please remove any "I love God" or "I love Jesus" post? Okay, because God don't like ugly. Neither does Jesus. So all you fake ass, pretentious ass, Christian, whack ass, Bible thumpers, Bible bangers, okay? If you're going to be an asshat here on the internet, take the "I love God, I love Jesus." Take all your little spiritual posts down, okay? That's straight up blasphemy, okay? But I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm going to add a lot more keywords to my comment section. And I'm going to make sure that every single one of these people that I want to avoid and I want to stay away from, you're not even going to be able to type their name in the chat. Their existence is no longer going to, it's not going to be in my life. It's kind of like that movie Avengers, where Thanos, where he just snaps his finger and everybody just poof, it disappears. Yep, that's what we're going to start doing on my platform. And I'm slowly but surely, like I said, with blocking people, I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to keep doing it. And you can make as many sneaky accounts as you want, many fake accounts as you want. But I'm going to go through this page after I get off of this live. And if I don't know you, if I don't associate with you, if I don't speak to you, if you're just a random account, you're gone. And I will keep doing it forever, how long I have to keep doing it. Now, am I doing it because I give a shit if you're streaming me? No. I know that it's going to piss in your Wheaties. And I know that you're going to try to do every avenue. Also, I might end up just doing my friends only live. Or I might even do a subscription. I mean, and I love it because I know that you're not going to get what you're looking for. And you're going to be sitting there scratching your head wondering how you're going to be able to get in, how you're going to be able to live stream, how you're going to be able to watch. I bet some of y'all don't even know that I'm on a whole different platform, and I have a whole different platform that I've built up And none of y'all even know about it. No clue. But we don't do drama. We don't do drama over there, though. We actually can have fun and shit. So, I think a lot more people should start pulling Bernadettes. I think a lot of more people on this app should just start pulling a Bernadette. And they should just say, fuck all you motherfuckers. Log the fuck on and never log back on. And have people thinking, whatever happened? Where'd they go? Where they at? I can't stream them. I can't talk about them. I can't make fun of them. What do we do? What do we do? That's how bad some of y'all are on here. If y'all weren't able to live stream, if y'all weren't able to replay other people's content, you wouldn't have shit. Because y'all don't have the personality to carry your own fucking platform. You ride on the coattails of other content creators for your content. Y'all wouldn't have shit to talk about. Y'all wouldn't. But I'll tell you, I'm going to give it a couple of more days. Couple. That's it. 1, maybe 2. I'm off on Sunday. But I will tell y'all, I will be revealing Stephanie. And y'all will all get to see the real Stephanie. I just want y'all to know that. So y'all can tune in for that. Y'all can tune in for that. And everyone's going to see who the real Stephanie is. And it's all in 4K. All the words that she's saying, it's out of her own mouth. And y'all are all going to get to see the real Stephanie. But with that being said, I'm going to get off of here and maybe find a movie to watch and all that stuff. But yeah, we're just going to keep blocking Paroli. Yeah, we're just going to keep blocking and we're just going to keep moving. We're going to keep trucking. And I will say that my lives are going to be a lot more far, few, and in between. After I show what I'm going to show on Stephanie, and after it all comes to surface, I am going to, I'm just going to, I don't know, my lives are going to be a little bit more sparse. You know, I might go live here and there, come on live, shoot the shit, whatever. But I am too. I am too forever grateful. I'm tired of the old recycled drama. I'm tired of the old recycled bullshit. I really truly am. There's nothing more that I want to talk about, but I am going to expose you, Stephanie, and I am going to show everybody who you are. And everyone's going to see what a vile and disgusting human being that you truly are behind the scenes, on the back end, in your real life. But see, we all know you, and we all know that you're just a miserable, bored housewife with no genuine friends in your real life. Right, forever grateful. They're going to be like, guess what Shannon did in 1954? I'm pretty sure I was still in my daddy's ball sack then. But, you know, I don't have nothing left in my tank for so many of y'all right now. Nothing. I don't care what you have to say. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I could give two shits about all your fucking dumb dick drama. Who did what? Who said what? Oh, I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. I am so glad that y'all are not a fly on my wall in my home. And if anybody ever feels froggy and y'all want to show old text messages or anything else from back when I had communication with some of you asshats, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you show on your green screen. I pay my cell phone bill. I text what I want. I say what I want. And I ain't going to worry about what a bitch on the internet has to say about what the fuck I say or who I say it to. Y'all can all sit there in your own little fake pretentious boxes going, oh my God, oh my God. But I tell you, when it comes time when you ever need some of these so-called friends that are on your social media, how many of them are really going to show up for you? And I'm talking in your real life. Right? When you're going through some actual real life shit. How many of them TikTok friends? How many of your little TikTok buddies? How are they going to be there for you? Because I'm going to tell you right now, majority of them, they're going to jump ship. So for me, I would rather much keep my little circle small. I'm going to keep my circle small. And I'm happy as a clam with that shit. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate the rose. And anyone else that came in here that tapped or sent a gift or a heart me or whatever, I do 100%. I do appreciate it. Okay? I don't expect it. You know, I don't, you work hard for your money. Don't ever feel like you have to give these content creators gifts or anything because you need to impress them. If you want to come over here and shoot the shit, and hell, the only time I tell you guys to tap the screen is usually it's because it's just to keep the live going. And I'm going to say this loud and fucking clear to anybody who's watching this shit. I'm going to say it loud as fuck. Y'all can run your mouth and y'all can say all the shit y'all want to say about Bougie. Right? But she has not done anything any more worse than some of you bitches have done or continue to do. And if you feel a certain type of way, or if y'all want to just keep her name running, because I don't care. And if y'all are pressed and y'all are mad about that, that's a you problem. But I do want to make that abundantly clear that y'all are not going, there's nothing that you're going to be able to say, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do, and I am not going to treat Bougie like a pile of dog shit. She is a human being. She has a heart. She has feelings. She has thoughts and opinions just along with everyone else on this app. Some of y'all have sat with and y'all have supported some shit fucking behavior as well. And y'all been involved in some fuck shit behavior as well. Okay? So before y'all try to sit here and crucify other people, like you have me, like you have Bougie, and a lot of other people, sweep your own front porch first. Make sure your streets are squeaky clean as fuck. I just really wanted to put that out there, though. It's funny, though, how Bougie was there for a lot of y'all, and Bougie helped a lot of y'all when y'all wanted to use her. When y'all wanted to use Bougie. And that's what a lot of y'all did. A lot of y'all used her. Y'all were never her friend. Y'all used her until it no longer benefited you. And then you shit on her. But I will say this, Bougie. My God, girl. I can tell you right now, you would make one hell of an investigator. One hell of an investigator. Shit. But I don't. Y'all can stay pressed. Y'all can stay mad. Y'all can sit in your chats and y'all can bitch and complain and say, oh my God, did you see Bougie and Shannon's live? Or you see Bougie and Shannon talking? You know, we're just two random people on the internet, you know. Y'all like to be like, oh my God, they're BFS, they're besties. No, I'm just cool with the bitch. I'm cool with her. I ain't got no issues with her. We've put all that shit and all that dumb shit, we put it past us. We put it behind us. I just want to make it abundantly clear that as pressed as y'all are about Bougie, y'all can stay pressed. Because a lot of y'all have done a lot of fuck shit to her too. Y'all just don't want to admit it. And a lot of y'all use the fuck out of her. And then you shit on her and you discarded of her. And now y'all want to point the finger and y'all want to blame somebody. And that's what it's called for being that's what you call being an adult, right? When you can sit there and have an adult conversation and realize that both of y'all somewhere, it all went wrong and both individuals fucked up. But how you become an actual adult is when you can set all that bullshit aside. You can just say, you know what, it happened, but let's move past it. Let's move forward. Let's just start with a clean slate. Y'all would actually be amazed at how many of your problems and your issues would go away if some of y'all could adult like that. Jesus, y'all know how many times Paroli and I used to talk mad shit on Paroli. Paroli would sometimes run her mouth about me. But I guess we're just kind of all at the point right now. We're so done with this fuck shit. We don't really give a fuck. We don't care. You know? I love the fact that y'all still like to rehash and re-bring up shit that Paroli has said or she's done. We don't give a fuck. You can replay every clip that you have of me. You can replay every live that you have of me. And you can go back and reminisce in the fucking past all you fucking want. But y'all know what matters is the fucking future. And ain't none of you motherfuckers a part of my future. None of you. Hell, we're getting ready to go on a vacation here soon. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get away and just to just have some fucking fun, man. And you know what? I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do. I ain't gonna be logged on TikTok. I'm not gonna be on TikTok telling everybody what I'm doing and how much fun I'm having. Cause I don't give a fuck if y'all know my shit. You know, we're gonna go to some fairs, we're gonna go to some festivals, and we're gonna go live fucking life, man. And you ain't gonna see a video of it. You're not gonna see no pictures of it. And why some of y'all sit here on this app being miserable and mad at the world, I'm out here living it. Shit, I was so tired today. I was so tired today after working. I'm sorry, I got on a ramble. I know I said I was going to leave. Um, right, Claus, you know, no, I'm not going to get married and then stay on TikTok all night and then day. And no, I'm not going to do all that shit. No. Here, y'all, and here's another prime example. Claus, for instance, right? When all that shit went down, right? CIA chat. And everybody was going to go after Florida man's people. I didn't know Claus for nothing. I didn't know nothing about Claus. I didn't even know nothing about Claus's life. But a lot of y'all did. Because y'all deep dived into this woman's life and did all kinds of shit. Y'all were doing the absolute most. And Claus, I am so sorry, girl. You know, that shit was wild. And what? All because she was in somebody else's box that nobody liked, so okay. But I'm woman enough to say, shit, bitch, I apologize, and I am so sorry. That that shit was wild. But I'll tell you what, I don't have an issue with Claus. I don't have no beef with her. She ain't ever done nothing to me. And that's what you call being a fucking adult. Anytime, you know, Claus, you the shit people were doing to you and trying to put your family through, that was terrible. It was awful. It was awful. Over TikTok. Over fucking TikTok. People were literally attempting to flip your life upside down. And the fact that they even tried to include your husband in all that shit was wild to me. And he ain't even on the app. And some of y'all need to realize that it's okay to apologize. It's okay to say, bitch, I fucked up. I am so sorry. And if those two people are able to look past that shit, and those two people are actually able to like move on and move past it, that's really none of y'all's fucking business how people handle shit. Because unlike some of y'all women on the app, y'all can't have a respectful, calm, cool, collective conversation. And so many things, close, I'd be jealous of me too if I were them. But you know, so many things could be solved if the two people that are fighting, right? So let's say, you know, Tabby gets in the box, and let's say that Tabby and I were going at each other, and we were just over it. And I'd say, you know what, Tabby? I have fucked up, and you have fucked up. And Tabby can say, yep, we've both fucked up. And then we can say, are we over it? Yep. You want to move past it? Yep. Are you sorry? Yes. Am I sorry? Yes. All right. Let's move on. But some of y'all cannot do that. Y'all cannot do that. Everything has to be over dramatized. Everything has, or, it has to be a grand performance, a grand fucking finale. When in all actuality, if y'all could just learn to just be an adult and just say, hey, I'm sorry, shit went south, and, let's just not do it again, and let's just move forward. So many problems could be solved. But no, y'all want to stay on the internet. And y'all want to fight. And y'all want to argue. And I got a quick question, though. How much joy is that bringing to your life? And I will tell you, since Stephanie has been out of my life, holy fuckballs. Tabby, how much more peace do you have in your life since you got away from Stephanie? Do you know how nice it is not to have your phone blown up every day? Do you know how nice it is not to have messages that say, get on a telegram now. Oh my gosh, we have to talk about this. Oh my gosh, I just got a warrant. Oh my gosh, Bougie's getting arrested. Yup. Stephanie's whole fucking day, man. Right, Claus, grown women acting like children and trying to ruin lives. That's a sad life to live. It's a sad life to live. It's sad. But some of y'all have billy goat brain cells. And I have to keep telling myself there's no way that these people can actually be like this in real life. And the sad part about it is I think a lot of y'all are actually you're just shit humans. And it either explains why you don't have real life friends. Maybe it even explains that you don't have somebody in your life. It's because you're miserable. I will say since moving here, I have I have met some amazing coworkers. I've met some, few select friends in my real life. No, they don't, Claus. They don't have real life friends. And they don't know how to have real friendships. When's the last time any of y'all have just had a barbecue with your friends or with your neighbors? When's the last time you ever just hung out with a group of your girlfriends or a group of real friends in your life? And it hasn't involved somebody in a different state texting you saying, check your text messages. I just sent you a screenshot. I just sent you a video clip. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you know? I've just noticed that so many people in here, y'all live these fake lives, man. Just because y'all got all these people in your rooms, in your comment section. Claus, I got a quick question since you're down here in my chat. Since you've been here on social media, right, and you've been around a lot of people, how many true, genuine friends, Claus, can you say without a doubt that you know that you have and that you've made on social media? How many Out of all the people that you've met on TikTok, let's just stick with TikTok. How many of those people would you say are people you would hang out with in your real life? That like if they lived, in the same town as you would hang out with them. I'm just curious. Okay. Before weeding out the shit ones, I have 6 and we talk daily. Did y'all hear that? Claus said before weeding out the shit ones, she has 6 genuine friends that she talks to daily. And the fact you got 6, that's awesome. I'm around about the same number. But I'll tell you what, these, I've got the type of people that even if we don't talk every day, right? I'm not the type of person I blow up their phone every day and say, "Why didn't you respond? Why aren't you texting me? Why didn't you call me? Why aren't you talking to me?" Like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you were in that box. I can't believe that you were in that live." So y'all got to tell yourselves, all these motherfuckers that you surround yourself with on a daily basis when you go live. I want y'all to ask yourself these questions. And I mean, ask yourself the hard question. Out of all those people that you surround yourself with. Right, Claus. It's about, hey, how's life going? You got anything planned? You going on vacation? You got a trip? Congratulations. You got promoted. You talk about real life shit, right? Not everything's TikTok. And I will tell you, if you have somebody here on TikTok and they're calling you your bestie and they're your best friend, and all you guys ever talk about is TikTok, that's not your bestie. That's an acquaintance that likes to stay in the fuck shit. That is someone that you're in cahoots with, that you're an acquaintance with, that if you only talk about TikTok every single fucking day, that's not your bestie. That's not a best friend. Your best friend's going to say, "Hey girl, how'd your vacation go? Did y'all have fun? When you went shopping, did you buy that pair of pants that you really wanted? Oh my God, those shoes would look great with that outfit. You look so pretty today. How's the family? What'd you guys have for dinner?" That's what real friends talk about. But all these little fake parasocial fucking relationships that y'all have, and all it ever is fucking TikTok fuck shit. That's not a real friend. That's just an acquaintance. You said, "Did you change your handle recently?" Maybe I didn't notice it, but I'm hollering. Oh, yeah, I did, Jenny. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like I said, since I have weaned out, and I mean when I have weaned out, there's just some people on here I don't even want to fuck with you because of the TikTok bullshit. But I want to tell you, and I want to say this loud and clear. I'm going to say this on my own platform. Crazy cookies. Crazy cookies. You're a weird bitch. You're weird. Okay? You have DM'd me over and over and over, and I have blocked you multiple times on multiple accounts. And just so you guys know, my other account that I can go live on, I've actually deactivated it. Because I want this to be the only account that I'm like active on. And I will only reactivate that account if this live goes down and I want to go live again. Okay. But Crazy Cookies, riddle me this. And I'm actually embarrassed for you. You forgot that you DM'd me on a sneaky account, right? You DM'd me on a sneaky account because you couldn't get a hold of me on your main account, and you let me know that you were Crazy Cookies. Now, I have a quick question for you because this is weird behavior. Why are you complimenting yourself on your own videos using your sneaky account? Asking for a friend. You're literally commenting under your own videos using your sneaky account. And I can, I can honestly say I don't know why you keep trying to message me. I don't know why you keep trying to DM me. Okay? I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be associated with you. I've made that abundantly clear. Quit trying to ask people what account I'm on or what my account name is. Don't message me under another sneaky account. Okay? You no longer have access to me. Okay? You can attempt to try to have access to me by messaging me under a sneaky account and all the things that you're doing. But unless you want me to truly, absolutely embarrass the fuck out of you and show everybody all the messages that you have sent me, begging and pleading for me to be your friend again, I just want to say, I suggest you keep my name out of your mouth. Go support and sit with whoever you want to support and sit with. Okay? But the desperation that you have trying to get back with me is weird. And also, stop trying to buy your friend's friendship. Okay? Stop trying to buy your friends. I just really wanted to get that out there because I'm really tired of people trying to come back into my circle or trying to get back into my good graces after they've been shit humans to me behind the scenes. So I would just I would 10 out of 10 recommend that you just stay away. Forget I exist. I'll forget that you exist. I don't care about how sad you are. I don't care about how lonely you are. I don't care how deeply depressed you are. Please go find a friend that gives a fuck because I am not her. I'm not your friend. I don't want to be your friend. Okay? You're fake as fuck. You're a liar. And I don't want that type of person around me. Okay? So Crazy Cookies, respectfully, stay out of my fucking DMs. Now, majority, the majority of us that have a brain and that get it, they'd be like, damn, that person don't want me to fuck with them. Damn, that person don't want me to be my friend. But some of y'all are relentless as fuck. There's nothing that you can say. There's nothing to rekindle. Our knowing each other has taken the course has been taken. Okay. You're not going to get to play both sides. You're not going to get to ride the fence. You have no more access to me. Access denied. But on a real note, yeah, I'm getting off this bitch. So it's 2:28. It's late. So, and I'm tired. So anyway, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all on the flip side.